Hi everyone, it's Sue. I thought I would just share this training that I've done on duplication. So as we are aware, duplication is essential for success. So why duplication? Duplication leads to the ability to leverage other people's time. And as we know, this is why we've got into this business. So I would rather spend 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. So if we have a look and remind ourselves about this cash flow quadrant, the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, on the left side of the quadrant, we have circumstances in employment that require time and you've traded time for money. So being an employee, you get paid for your time. Having your own job, you get paid for your time as well. But we're in this business because it's home-based and it has a system that people work together and we create an income stream together. And the other element on the right side of the cash flow quadrant is being an investor and getting money to work for you. So for example, owning several properties and getting an income return from the rental of those properties. So what is duplication? Effective duplication in network marketing is all about being able to follow a turnkey system or systems to help people become more effective. The systems need to be simple, and that's so that they can be easily taught down the line and not kind of gotten confused along the way. A getting started system has to be less than 5 steps, 5 steps or less, otherwise it's too difficult to remember and people won't be able to replicate the system. The getting started system literally needs to start immediately after you sign the person up, and you've used your enrolment system in order to do so. So our enrolment system is that we help people choose a package that suits their needs, and we actually help them choose an order ship product and get them all started on that. So the first part of the getting started system in this particular example that I'm going to give you is completed in 3 steps and takes 20 to 30 minutes. Steps 4 and 5 are about conducting the meeting and following up after that meeting. This system is an immediate call to action for new team members. So step 1 in the system is to create a contact list where the new member writes down 10 of the most influential people they know. So they're people who are already successful, business leaders in the community, entrepreneurs, sales professionals, product aligned professionals such as health, beauty, travel. And so those people's names are written down immediately onto the list. And then they also write the names of the 10 easiest conversations they could have, people who trust them, find them fun, enjoyable people to be around. So step 2 is to book a launch date. So book a date and time to launch the person's business. So they can already start inviting those people they've written on the list, there's 20 people, to take a look at the information. So the launch could be conducted in terms of a 3-way phone call, a Zoom meeting, or face-to-face meetings. You can use this scheduled webinar, weekly webinar that we have, or you can actually use live events as this particular tool. The launch preferably needs to be within the first 72 hours of enrolling. So after step 3, that first 20 to 30 minutes, the meeting is conducted through, as I said, a 3-way call, a Zoom meeting, face-to-face, scheduled webinar, live events. And after this, the attendees are asked to book a time in which they can be followed up. The follow-up also needs to occur within 72 hours. Now, the closing technique to use on the follow-up is to ask the attendee on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being that they're not interested at all or not ready to join, and 10 being that they're ready to join and get started. Ask them where they fit on that scale. If they give you a number, for example, 7, you say to them, what information do you need in order to get you up to a 10? So it might be that they say, I'd like to know more about the compensation plan. So what you do is you provide them with that information, the compensation plan, and only that. You don't send them a dozen links, just the 1 link that gives them the information about the compensation plan or whatever it is that they said they needed. And then you book a further follow-up call within 72 hours. After this time, when they've said they're a 10 out of 10, you enroll using your enrolment system. So then I just want to talk to you a little bit about retention. The daily action system. So the daily action system for all of us, new members included, is to build on the contact list, add new people every day, invite people to look at the information on a daily basis, share the information through scheduled meetings, face-to-face Zoom or three-way calls, book a follow-up, and that should be within 72 hours after booking the meeting, and in the follow-up use the closing technique on the scale of 1 to 10 that I've talked about, and enroll using your enrolment system, so your package and auto ship product. So I just wanted to mention retention. So if I go back, I've skipped a slide, I think. No, so with retention, there is, we need a customer nurturing system. So 84% of your customers or of your business are going to be customers. So how do we keep them engaged and how do we upsell them? So this is almost a bit of a question to ask you to work out yourself what you're doing. So for example, with Zen Project 8, it's made easy for us because we actually have the Facebook group and we have the blogs and we have Mark McDonald giving us our live webinars, live information sessions on Facebook. So we have that system in place. What other systems are you using? Weekly emails, mailing lists, new product launch information that you give to the people who are your customers just to let them know what else is coming up. And I have missed a slide. And the other element of retention for those people who are building the business is to actually make them aware and introduce them to our team support and nurturing systems like our Facebook groups, weekly webinars and team Zoom training calls that we have through JFire International. So the result of action-orientated getting started, enrolment, daily action and retention systems is momentum. So I hope this has been helpful for you and I'll talk to you again soon.